Hi there, I'm Ross from 2 Minute Tabletop, and I just wanted to make this quick and dirty video guide on how to use this web tool to print out our maps. So I'll put a link in the description, and when you get to the home page, you'll be looking at this. And we just want to start by clicking Create Your Poster, because what is a battle map except a poster laid sideways? So when we get here, we have to select a file. Now, you want to select the map with the largest available DPI, which is short for dots per inch. So a higher DPI means better detail at the end of the day. So for our example map, the Wild West Saloon, we're going to use the 300 DPI version, and we're just going to be making everyday floor one poster. So we'll upload that, wait for it to process. It shouldn't take too long. And we'll be taken to this next page. Now here, I recommend turning margins off unless your printer requires margins, in which case you can play around with that setting. First thing to do is select the correct paper and orientation. So if you're living in the USA, you probably use US letter. Elsewhere, you probably use A4, but just check the packaging of your paper if you're unsure. And then select the orientation. So this map is taller than it is wide, so portrait is good. Next, you want to toggle this from millimeters to inches so that we can read the dimensions in inches. And finally, on this page, we're going to edit the output size until these numbers here match as closely as possible the dimensions listed in the map's file name. So you can see I've got the Wild West Saloon battle map that we're using right over here, and it's got 16 by 22 listed. So we want to edit this until this reads as close as possible to 16 by 22. So this should be 2 sheets wide. You may find that the map's a little bigger or a little smaller than intended, but it's going to be close enough. 90% of our maps will fit quite neatly to a multiple of A4 size or US letter size, because we very deliberately choose the dimensions of the maps to match paper dimensions for the convenience of printing. You can also put in decimal places here, so I think you can get pretty nitty-gritty here and get right down to like something quite precise. So that seems pretty good. 16.2 by 22.3 matches up pretty precisely. Once these numbers match, then we want to continue to the next page. And it's pretty simple from here. We just want to select no effects, continue. We want it to be multicolor, the background color of white. Leave this preset thing alone. I don't know what it does. Continue. Our output mode should be plain enlargement. You can put on page position and crop marks if you like, but I personally leave them off. And then we will click the complete button. And this will take a few seconds before spitting out a PDF file. Here we are. And once that's downloaded, you should be able to open up this PDF file. And as you can see, this resembles our old PDFs quite closely. All it's done is split the map up into separate pages, and in theory, when you print these out, they will all line up next to each other to create a poster or a battle map ready to play. Now, you may be wondering how to get a grid working on this. All of our maps come without a grid, but I will make a separate guide on how to quickly and easily add a grid to this image, which you'll do before this whole poster creation process. So you'll just make a gridded version of this image, and then you'll go through the poster creation process with the gridded version, and then this output will be gridded. But I hope that was clear enough. You'll find a link to this tool in the description and a link to that grid adding guide as well in the description. So, hope that helps, and thank you for all of your support. I hope that the maps serve you well. Have fun.